Hello, my name is Azra Kayaks, and welcome to my channel, Stories from Azra Kayaks. Today we're going to be reading The Cursed Man and the Lost Love, Chapter 1, Part 2. With that said, let us get started. Now, where was I? Okay, here. Keru loses all sense of himself, listening to the three girls and the woman he loves shit on his soul. He breaks down, almost making his crying known to the others. It's the last day of school. He probably went home already, Jenny says. Well, you have his number, right? Call him, Dina says. Oh my god, yes, Mandy says. What would I even say? Jenny says. That's... maybe you should say that he's a freaking fucking loser. Should probably kill himself. Or maybe no one loves him, or Dina goes on. Dina says, no. Can't he sue or something if we tell him to kill himself? Jenny says, true. I think you can or something. Sandy says, oh, one of us should call him and use a private number. Mandy says, yeah, great idea. We'll hide our voices and just unload into him. Dina says, yes, great idea. So good. He'll never see it coming. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good, Sandy says. Give us the number, Dina demands. Jenny reluctantly pulls out her phone and gives the other girls Kiru's phone number. Okay. Shh, 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 shh. It's ringing. This is gonna be fucking hilarious, Dina says as she uses her phone to call Keru. Keru leg starts vibrating. His tears, his sight fuzzy. Keru takes his ringing phone out of his pocket and drops it to his side. The girls stop calling after 4 rings and cancel the call. Did, did you guys hear that? Jenny says. No, I didn't hear anything. He didn't pick up. Mandy says. No, call him again, Dina says, laughing. Dina calls him again, but now the Kiru's phone is on the ground and not stuffed in his pocket and slow and slightly lowered. They can actually hear the ringing. Ring, 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 ring. There it is again. Jenny walks out the side door of the classroom and sees Keru on his knees crying with his phone next to him on the ground. Oh no. Jenny freaks out and kind of yells. Keru looks up at Jenny. He can only say one word. Why? Seeing how Keru is in pure pain, crying, and just devastated, Jenny looks away and walks back into the classroom. The girls come out confused as to why Jenny's freaking out, and they see Keru on his knees. They start laughing at him. Oh my god. Is that Keru? Mandy says. Ew, he's crying like a fucking baby. Look at all that snot and tears, Sandy says. Are you were you listening to us? You were, weren't you, huh, Keru? Well, that's what you fucking get, you creepy asshole, Dina says. Dina, stop. Look at him, Jenny says, turning back around and shaking Dina. The fuck do you care, Jenny? You're not even his friend. You just used him. If anything, you're the worst one of us, Jenny. Jenny says and smacks Dina says and smacks Jenny's hands off her. Get the fuck off me. Dina looks at Keru and takes a step toward him and extends her hand. I I'm sorry, before she could even finish talking, Keru gets up, eyes still blurry, tears still coming down, crying, and he runs away. Yeah, run away, you fucking weirdo, Sandy says. Don't ever show your face again, you fucking creep, Mandy says. Do everyone a favor and go fucking kill yourself, Dina says. Keru runs and runs, trips, busting his face, picking himself up from the blood and tears and sweat, the snot, and keeps running, crying and crying all the way as he's running until he reaches a unused bathroom usually used by the mentally unstable children at the school. Crying and slobbering, he locks himself in the bathroom, locks himself in a stall. They're right. I hate that they're right. I should just kill myself. Even Jenny, the only girl I ever knew, the only friend I ever had, even Jenny hates me. Kira says to himself through his crying and sobs, wiping his blood, sweat, and tears. Kira searches his bag for a pair of scissors and finds it. He puts it to his neck. I can do this. I can do this. After a couple seconds, he realizes he can't do this. Also, the scissors were safety scissors, so they didn't even have the sharp point. They were like the soft ones. I can't do this. I hate the sight of blood, and what if I miss? What if it takes me like 10 minutes to bleed out? Kira says to himself. Kira looks at his bag again, trying to find anything he can to kill himself with. He finds a huge Ziploc bag that he uses to keep his textbooks clean when he walks home in the rain as it gets rainy and windy. I'll I'll suffocate myself. Yeah, that should work. It can't be that hard, Kira says as he pulls the bag over his crying face and zips it closed. Realizing it isn't enough to close, he grabs the tape he has from his bag, tapes it all around his neck, making sure there's no air escaping from the bag and there's no quick way to get the tape off. The first 10 breaths, nothing. Kiru cries and he hopes to die. The second 10 breaths come heavier. Kiru starts to feel a bit lightheaded and slowly stops crying. Third 10 breaths, even heavier. Kiru's brain starts to panic from the lack of oxygen. The fourth 10 breaths, Kiru's air starts to finish. He realizes he's running out of air and maybe he shouldn't do this. Kiru stands up, freaking out, changing his mind. But when Kiru stands up, his body goes through osteostatic hypotension, causing his body to become limp and cause him to fall right back down on the toilet seat, as if he was sitting on it taking a shit. Kiru passes out. Kiru's dead. And that is it for chapter 1. It can't be that hard. And I hope you guys like the chapter. I hope you guys, I mean, obviously, this is one of those stories of bullying and sadness. You should never want to kill yourself. Killing yourself is bad, but some people have sadness and some people do what they need to do to get rid of their sadness. I don't condone it. I believe everyone could live a full and fulfilled life if they just believe in themselves. But the problem is, like, if other people take you down and you don't believe in yourself and you're left alone, as Kira was, sometimes you do things that you might not have done if you had, someone to go to, someone to turn to, or like a helping hand, you know. So yeah, but yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed the chapter. It's a story. That is it. If you guys like my videos, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's sometimes kind of hard to come up with these stories, and sometimes even harder to write because I have to see the story from the character's perspective, and it is hard sometimes to be like, well, this person has to do something horrible, and I have to make them push themselves to do something horrible, and it is kind of messed up in my mind that I have to write these things, but it is the story because he has to die, as Kiru has perished in this realm and entered another. But yes, thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Azure Kayaks out. See you guys later, my fellow Volkaijin.